My name is Ivana Grahovac, and I am the Director of Advancement for Facing Addiction. I became addicted to heroin when I was about 23 years old. I had just spent a semester as a White House intern working in the West Wing of the White House, and the whole time I was there, I was struggling with anorexia, bulimia, and also with heroin. It quickly started to steal my life. I almost completely gave up. I figured society doesn't think people like me can get better and doesn't think that people addicted to heroin deserve a better life once they get sober. And all those irrational thoughts are the hallmark of the experience of being addicted to heroin. So I just let go and ended up living on the streets of Detroit in winter in 0-degree temperatures on the streets. And something was looking out for me the whole time I was out there. When I eventually got arrested and was taken to jail and had a spiritual awakening, I realized that if something was watching out for me the whole time, I was in the worst place of my life. Imagine if I worked with that force, that higher power, to then give myself completely to a life of recovery. Whereas my 20s was the story of addiction, what if I made the rest of my life about the story of the power of recovery? And so I found sobriety at age 28, and my life completely transformed and continues to transform. I got to go back to grad school in sobriety at the University of Michigan. I got to start a program called Students for Recovery, which ended up becoming a formal collegiate recovery program at the University of Michigan. Upon graduation, I was hired to take over the Center for Students in Recovery at the University of Texas at Austin, despite having a felony, despite it taking 8 years for me to get my bachelor's degree during my addiction. And I've been able to go on to live in San Diego, run a foundation, and now work for Facing Addiction, the national organization for the addiction recovery movement. And I got to speak at the White House about being in recovery from heroin addiction. I got to speak on Capitol Hill about the power of recovery in young people's lives. And the best part of all is that I got to be united with my family. And my family is so much stronger and more bonded, not despite addiction, but because of recovery. And I get to continue to transform and evolve and grow and meditate and do yoga and become vegan and live by the ocean and feel a part of the recovery community, both locally and nationally. And for that, I am so extremely blessed and grateful.